Hello, I'm Daniel and welcome to the First Gaming Gurus channel. Today, we will be reviewing F.E.A.R Combat, an online first-person shooter. So, we may as well start off with the atmosphere. Atmosphere is very important in any game. The atmosphere depends on a couple of different variables. First, are there a lot of maps, and if so, do they have good graphics and layouts? Second, are the players friendly and helpful? And last, are there good controls or are they random and hard to use? In F.E.A.R, the admin players have the ability to design maps, making for multiple creative battlefields of all kinds and difficulties. The graphics for the game are average, however not low enough to bug you or high enough to lag your computer. The community is fairly kind and the majority of the players are helpful if needed. As far as controls go, it's basically WASP, making them common and easy to use. Playability. As far as playability goes, like most no campaign mode games, it is meant to be played over and over again and not get boring. However, in F.E.A.R, it seems to be one of those play when you have nothing else to do games. One of the aspects I find a little irritating is they only have about 7 available weapons in the game, and only about 3 special ones. Although there are a small amount of weapons, they are quite fun to use. One of the cool and unusual features of the game is in some maps, rock music is the background instead of just gunfire. Modes. Modes is one of F.E.A.R Combat's biggest downfalls. The only modes it has is Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, and Capture the Flag, which quite frankly are cliched and used in just about every first-person shooter. Due to the fact that the company was having problems patching the game in the first place, it seems they were unable to bring something new to a game which might have otherwise been good. Problems. Although F.E.A.R does not have a lot of in-game issues, there's one big problem, which almost discourages you from even downloading the game in the first place. Once I downloaded the game, it said I needed the version 1.08 patch. How foolish of me to think that the game masters would create a working patch. Yes, once I opened the patch, the game told me it was flawed, making me unable to update the game. After searching the internet for about 30 minutes, I finally found it, but once again, they couldn't just make it easy. Once I downloaded the patch, it was clearly stated it was the F.E.A.R 1.08 version. It said I did not have the game downloaded. I mean, what the hell is that all about? So finally, after searching the internet for another 30 minutes, I found a working F.E.A.R Combat update, and was able to patch the server. However, due to these problems, I almost completely deleted the game altogether. The second and final problem I found was during gameplay, a lot of the admin created maps were actually satanic. I wish this was a bad joke, however I found many of the maps were full of satanic worship rooms with pentagons and torture chambers. Not to mention the devil bibles on the prayer benches. So overall, I felt the major problem of actually downloading the game in satanic rooms almost made the game not worth playing at all. As far as should I download the game, I do think you should get this game, due only to the fact that it's pretty fun gameplay and a really good time passer. Although there are a couple of weird maps, I don't think the whole game at all was meant to be Satan based, or that should be a concern. For a recap, it has fairly good atmosphere and gameplay, however the lack of modes and weapons are a big downfall, as well as the hassle of actually getting the game. But for those of you who would like to try it out, I will post a link in the sidebar, as well as a link to the 1.08 working F.E.A.R Combat update. Make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe, as well as tune in for the next review on the First Gaming Gurus channel. See you all later.